Here's an update on the Eagle. I got the next layer of painting done. I got good news and I got bad news. I'll start with the good news. The cargo module, or the rescue module as it's called, I rather like how most of this turned out. Again, this will be hidden inside the framework and stuff. I really like how the red stripes turned out. I got some texturing on those, weathering on those, and the door, and some warm gray with the reefer white, and that looks real good. I don't know whether I pointed this out earlier when I was putting templates on this, but you'll see I put these little shapes on here because I knew I was going to be painting red over top of them. And what those are and they're on the template sheet. Those are sized for the decals of the Alpha Moonbase decal itself. I don't know for sure whether or not the decals are backed in white, so I didn't want to take that chance of having them not be backed in white and putting them over the red and having them disappear. So it took a couple seconds to pop the templates over where those decals will go. So now I don't have to worry about whether or not they're white. That's the good news. And of course these windows are going to be handled with black vinyl, so they'll take care of themselves. The not so great news is the black on the bottom. And it's the same thing here as it is here, as it is here. Now the templates did their job. They blocked out the shapes wonderfully. Everything looks great, but I don't like it. I just don't like it. And I don't like it because I broke my own rule about painting models, and that is don't use a straight black or a straight white. It just makes your kit look like a toy. And that's what I did. I had painted these black and then put the templates over them, and you can just see how it's just way too contrasty, and it's just not right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint over all these again. I'm going to paint over all of these two sections and the floor of this. I'm going to paint them over with a darker gray rather than a straight on black. Just a dark gray. Maybe mix it up a little bit to try to make some variations in the grays. And then I'm going to put templates over them again and paint the white, or bring the white back out of it one more time. But you can just see how ridiculous this looks. That's just way too contrasty and toy-like, and it's not real. It's not realistic. It's not good. So not completely back to the drawing board, but back to the paintbrush on that. And that's the next step. Okay, this is the result of the repainting. I've taken all the templates off. This is a lot closer to what I want the recesses to look. Try to get the fluorescent light away to see if you can see the subtleties. You can see a little bit more breakup in there, plus none of it is completely black. Did a little bit of work on the top of this and the bottom. Now what I need to do is remask all of these recesses again, and then hit it with a white on the raised portions, on the girders and that sort of stuff. But yeah, it was a bit of a detour, but it was also a learning, a teachable lesson, a teachable moment, I guess is the term. But wanted you to see what it looked like before I put the templates on it again. I just think these areas are a lot more natural looking now than they were when they had all of that strong glossy black. Hello, yes, we are on location this weekend. We are in the lovely city of Charlotte, North Carolina, and we are at a Mad Monster party. There are, a few thousand screaming fans downstairs, and our model group, ModelWorks, is sponsoring a demos and a modeling competition, which we will be judging later on. The entries are coming in now, and I'm going to go back down and try to capture some of the madness on the convention floor. See you soon. out here.
Huh?
Warmish out here.
It's cool in here.
Oh yeah.
I know. I was going to bring it up. Normally I go all the way up and down, but the second time.
I think I paid $12 for that camera. And I made it in about a week. I had no money in it.
It's nice. I was doing face detection on Frankenstein.
It's so fun.
It is, isn't it?
It's a face.
In fact, I just took me off.
Oh, and if you stand right here, that's where the cool air is.
It's a cool area.
Right there.
Did you get one? Yeah, I like aluminum wire, especially for anything that's like.
Hey, and I'm back. It's later Sunday afternoon, and I'm back home from the being on the road. Had a wonderful time. Got to meet some great people at the convention. Also, I think after about a day and a half, it was time to come home. The weather was turning outside, and I'd rather not be driving in the bad weather if I can get away with it. But had a great time. Saw some really good models. Again, like I noted on the captions, it's only our second year doing it, and it's a horror convention that we're kind of tacking a model show onto, so it's not really a modeling convention. So, it's good. It's got some growing pains to get through, but it was a weird crowd. I got to tell you, a weird mix of crowd people. Like I said, primarily a horror convention. But they had a couple of wrestlers. They had Hulk Hogan and Roddy Piper. Of course, Bill Shatner was there, and Henry Winkler, which I thought was an odd mix for that crowd in particular. But it was a fun time. There was a lot of people. I heard that they sold out both hotels, so I have no doubts that we'll be going back. It's a fun thing. It's something you got to do at least once in your life. Is expose yourself to a completely different crowd of people than you'll ever meet anywhere else. But I'm gonna button up this report and get it into the processor so it can go online. So until next time, this is me.